It's been forever. Hey guys, so it's been a couple months. Honestly, let's get caught up on some things. It's April. Last time there was a video, February. It's been a hot minute. What's new? Well, honestly, nothing. My hair's grown a bit. Other than that, you're all caught up. But anyways, for today's video, we went to Dollar Tree. I'm going to be doing a full face tutorial. Not really a tutorial because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Full face of just Dollar Tree makeup. Now I got things like Sassy+Chic. I got one in medium. I got one in dark. I went to 2 different Dollar Trees because the one by my house didn't have a lot of stuff. And so I was like, nah, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna look. They're actually like, I have some makeup. And all of my brushes I'm going to be using from Dollar Tree. The only thing I'm not going to be using from Dollar Tree is a primer. And I really want to give this makeup look a fighting chance. Like, I'm going to be wearing it out throughout the day. And we're just going to go out. I'm going to live my life for a day in Dollar Tree makeup. So, we shall hope for the best. Okay, so I tried doing that the first time. And it didn't turn out well. Let's just say it didn't turn out well. I've used all these products, but this time I'm going to actually wear it, and I'm going to give you guys an update. Now, I'm not going to be doing much today. I have a day off. I'm not going into work. So I'm really just going to be doing some editing and a little bit of work stuff, mostly online. Then I'm going to be going to church, so I'm also going to be doing that, so I might actually go out in the... Sorry, I'm eating pizza and drinking soda. I got the burps. But yeah, let's just jump right in. Okay, so I'm going to be grading these products in 3 categories. So application, how it applies, does it apply smooth, is it chalky, is it streaky, how it applies. Longevity, so at the end of the day, will I have to repowder if the colors fade or if there's really fading. And then my overall liking of the product. Alright, so this is the finished look. I am going to do the ratings afterwards, after I come back. I'm just going to wear it out for some of the day. I'm just going to go about my day, and then we probably are going to church after this at around 7. So I'll check back in at around 8:30, and I'll just give you a few quick updates here and there. And I'm going to check back in. My lips haven't really dried down yet. It's been about 5 minutes since I applied the lipstick, and they're really sticky. Like, hold on. Oh yeah, it did some damage. See my little lip stains. Okay guys,
Fake.
we're outside.
For the first time.
For the first time.
Don't let it fool her. Don't let that fool you like she always goes outside. This is the first time.
No, this is my first time in years outside, like for a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, not years, but probably like months.
And so I don't know how my makeup's holding up. I haven't looked at it in like 20 minutes. It's not?
I mean, it was crappy to begin with.
Oh yeah, well. So as you guys can see, the foundation and concealer had already started to oxidize to this pink color, which was a little disappointing because foundations and concealers oxidize. There's nothing you can do about that. But it just oxidized so fast into such a different color. It was just a little insane. Okay, I just came back in from being outside on the trampoline, and it's in pretty good condition. It's looking pretty good. My sister pointed out that it oxidized very pink, and like I told you earlier, like yeah, it does that. But I'm gonna do this drink test, and I got some water. I already had some, so you can tell that it does come off relatively easy. There's some transference. So we're gonna drink some more and I'll show you. Yeah. Alright, so I'm on my way to a award ceremony for my sister. I took off the lipstick because it was very, it was just, I couldn't handle it anymore. I'll go into more detail later, but I just want to let you know, update, this is what it's looking like so far. Kind of starting to get greasy. I left the compact at home, so we're just going to have to power through it. Okay, I'll check back in later. And now it's time for a random break in the video where I talk about stuff that has nothing to do with the video. Yeah. Timmy is an average kid, no one understands. Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him commands. Doom and gloom up in his room. But his magic little fish will grant his every wish. 'Cause in reality, they are godparents, fairly odd parents. Wanted wings, floating, frowny things. Odd parents, fairly odd parents. Obtuse, rubber glue, spring loose, rabbit juice. Blind snake, birthday cake, large fries, chocolate shake. Odd parents, fairly odd parents. No, 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 fairly odd parents. Okay guys, quick update. Makeup's kind of looking crusty. You know those, where it just stops. And it's like, okay, I did my job. Well, goodbye. That's what's happening. I took the lipstick off because it was just bothering me. I didn't like the color and it was just, it didn't dry down. Like, it wasn't wet anymore, but it still was like transferable extremely. And so I just had to take it off. It was getting everywhere. And so you can still kind of see it kind of stain my lips a little bit. And it's just not looking good. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go home. And yeah, that's about it. Check in later. Alright guys, I am home. It is 8:51. So I started this at around 11 in the morning. It is now almost 9 o'clock at night. So it's yeah, 10 hours I think. So yeah, it's been 10 hours and this is the final look. I wasn't pleasantly surprised, more so as just surprised. It lasted well. I mean, it didn't last perfectly, like, shine. I got some serious sunglass moment going on right now. And it is very white right now because of the lighting, but it is more of like a pinky kind of undertone. And when me and my sister were outside, she pointed out that, yeah, my face is hecking pink. You know, that was to be expected because both the concealer and the foundation oxidized. They oxidized. I got a compliment on my makeup at church today, which was interesting. It was good, but at the same time I was like, oh, does my makeup always look like this? Alright, so ratings. I'm going to go in order in which I applied them. So, starting with the eyebrows. When I applied them first, it went on really well. It was kind of a oily, it was like an oil-based product, so there was going to be some sleekage and shine. There was nothing I could do about that. But overall, it applied a lot better than what I expected it to. I expected it to be just messy and difficult to work with. It was, you mess up and you try to fix it, it just was like, which, I mean, like, it kind of was, but it wasn't like, what? I'm going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. Application for this brow product, I'd give it a 7. I feel like it's generous. A 7 is generous, but at the same time, it's like, you earned it. As for longevity, they still look really nice. Like, at the end of the day, my brows are always super oily anyways, so it's pretty nice. I typically wouldn't go for a brow product this light, I would go for something a little bit more darker and in a cooler tone. This is very warm for me, but it lasted a decent amount. I was very surprised. And for longevity, I'd give it like an 8 because it lasted a pretty dang long time. Overall, I'd give this brow product a solid 7, maybe an 8. I think I'm going to give this brow product an 8 because I wasn't expecting much out of it and it just brought the game. So, LA Colors, your brow products, I like it. So next we did concealer. When you buy the tube, it looks like this peachy kind of, you know, oh okay, this peachy color. It takes multiple coats for there to be even the slightest amount of visibility. It was very thin, very watery, very light coverage, and I wouldn't use it on a day-to-day basis. So for application, I'd probably give it a 4. As for longevity, there is none. I have serious dark circles under my eyes right now. And this product is so watery and oily. Like, it didn't even cause creases. It just caused sleekness. Like, I am so shiny. Like, I'm so shiny right now. Like, look at... let me just remind you, I'm not wearing any highlighter right now. But that glow, though. And I feel like this anyways throughout the day. But it's just... it took so long for me to be able to get any coverage with this concealer that I just don't think it's worth it. I really love e.l.f. products in general, but personally I probably won't buy this again. So for longevity, I'm going to give this product a 2. Okay, so eyeshadow. This eyeshadow was super surprising to me because I wasn't expecting it to be workable. I wasn't expecting anything out of it. And I didn't even more so expect anything out of it because I wasn't using my regular go-to brushes. Like, I wasn't using any blending brushes. I just had one shading brush, one waterline brush, which I didn't even really use, and that was about it. But, girl, this stuff applied so beautifully. There was very, very little pigmentation. It took like 3 or 4 or 5 just swipes on my eyelids for there to be color on my eyes. However, that being said, if you're going for a very natural, neutral kind of look, it's amazing. You know those soft pink eye looks that you just see all over Instagram, and when you just Google eyeshadow, like it's one of the first things that pop up? I made that look with this palette. I can't tell you how beautiful I think that look is. When I first started getting into makeup, that was like my goal look. Like, when I did my eyeshadow, I wanted my eyeshadow to look like that because it was so beautiful. It was so beautifully blended. It was my goals. And I made that look with this eyeshadow. So yeah, I guess I'd say I'd recommend it. You know. For application, I would give this product... It set the bar so high, but at the same time, I don't want to set the bar so high for all the other ones. So I'm going to give this product 9 for application. Longevity, there is some creasage. However, I'm going to have to play with this palette a little bit more with a different concealer because this concealer that I use underneath as a base was just so not good. I'm going to give it a 5 right now. To be fair, I'm not going to say it's terrible because right now it is terrible, but at the same time I don't know. Is it the eyeshadow's fault or is that the concealer's fault? So I'm going to have to play with this palette a little bit more. Moving on to, what did I do after my eyes? I think I did primer, yeah. The only thing I didn't use from Dollar Tree was a primer. I noticed that they don't really sell primers at Dollar Tree. Okay, moving on. Foundation. This foundation, when I first applied it, I was like, okay, there's light coverage, very light coverage, but I mean, it's there. And it applied very like my skin color. But as the minutes and hours went by, it just seemed to oxidize more and more and more pink. It says on the bottle it's a moisturizing foundation. I didn't really see anything that was otherwise there. They were all pretty much the same foundation. Application, it applied well. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 6 for application because it did apply well. I'm going to be fair. However, as duration goes, it didn't. Again, most of these face products just didn't do it for me. Didn't cut it. I'm going to say this for like the 50 millionth time in this video. I'm a very oily person. So I just can't. I can't wear any really hydrating or moisturizing foundations because my face will eat that, spit it out, and say, screw you, man. So, for longevity, same thing I gave the concealer, I'm going to have to give it a 2. Okay, next, I'm going to rate the powders together. Both of the powders that I used, one I used as a setting powder, one I used as a contour / bronzer. These powders, I don't really notice that they did too much for me. The bronzer obviously did a little bit of bronzing because it was just darker than the other shade. However, they're just really just chalky. These two right here in this area, these two swatches, they're just chalky, loose powders and very loosely pressed powders. I noticed as I was putting my Kabuki brush into the lighter shade that I used as a setting powder, it went everywhere. It like evaporated into the air. For application, it applied well. I'm not going to say it didn't apply well, but the powderiness. So yeah. So I'm going to give them a 5 for application. For longevity, the darker one, you know what? I'm a grease trap right now. I'm going to have to give all of these face products in general just a general 2. Just to put it out there. Okay, so mascara. I did not buy this mascara at Dollar Tree. However, it is Wet n Wild. And some of these products that I got were from Wet n Wild. Like the eyebrow pencil and the brushes that I used to apply my eyeshadow. Like I had some Wet n Wild mixed in there. So I thought, you know, I don't have Dollar Tree mascara, but I do have Wet n Wild mascara, so that's what I did. Alright, I'm going to go back to the eyeliner. So this eyeliner is by LA Colors. It's the Auto Eyeliner, and I wasn't expecting too much pigment, and I didn't really get too much pigment. It was kind of difficult to like work with because I was trying to do like a wing, like a little cat eye wing, and I don't know why I didn't get liquid liner. That was just something I didn't do. It was like, you weren't terrible, but you weren't exceeding my expectations. You were where I expected you to be on like application and stuff like that. So I'm gonna give it a 5. It was a little disappointing for longevity, but I noticed over time it did start fading. That could have been because I was jumping on a trampoline. Look at my arms jiggling around. Woo! I mean, either way, my eyebrows didn't melt off, and I was kind of half expecting that to happen anyways without jumping on the trampoline. I'm flying! I'm flying! So, the eyeliner, you know, I was hoping that it would maybe stick it through and wouldn't, like, slowly dissipate. Is that a word? We're gonna say it's a word. Slowly dissipate off of my face. However, it did that. So, I'm gonna give it a 4 on longevity. The absolute worst thing, in my opinion, we will do next. It was so bad, I didn't even keep it on. It was the LA Colors Matte Long Wearing Liquid Lipstick. It was just terrible. Like, okay, I am the worst person at applying lipstick anyways. I'll do a full face and I'll be like, okay, that's good. I won't even do lipstick anyways. But I thought, hey, I'm going to do a full face Dollar Tree makeup look and I'm going to do it all out. So I did this for you guys. I regret it. It dried, but it didn't fully dry. It was matte, but it was still extremely transferable. This lipstick literally seemed to engulf my face. And I know that I applied it really heavy-handedly, but it just seemed to grow. Not a fun time for me. And also it was just so patchy. Like, I just couldn't handle it. It was like, I had to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account that many times. After I was like, you know what, whatever. It was still patchy. Like, there was a dark spot, like, right here on my lip or somewhere. And then, like, everywhere else, it was just like a few shades lighter. The pigmentation was like collecting to one spot. This product for application gets a 1. This product for longevity, I took it off. It didn't last. So that gets like a -2. I'm sorry. LA Colors, you did a good job with your eyeshadow. I really enjoy your eyeshadow. Like, I really love your eyeshadow. Not a fan of the liquid lipstick. Maybe it's just this one. Like, I'm kind of half tempted to go back and get a different color because I'm not a fan of red. But at the Dollar Tree that I went to, when I bought this was the only color that was there. And then I went to the other one and I was like, oh crap, well, let's just use this one. Okay, I think that is everything. I am going to take this off now. I will be right back because I feel so greasy right now. I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, I swear, I feel like I've changed like 7 times in this video. Okay, so that is it. That was the full face of Dollar Tree makeup. I wore it for about 10 hours. And that itself is an accomplishment. I mean, I did take some of it off throughout the time, this guy, but I did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you don't like and don't subscribe because God knows why you would do that. And just don't do any of that. See you later. Bye guys.
We love each other so much. It's kind of hard.
Oh, I dropped it. I dropped my pillow. This is going on YouTube.
How fake we are.
This is what it's looking. Ooh, it's blurry. You can't see what it's looking like.